Stop picking on the judge. The magistrate judge, they always approve search warrants. I'm sure the words were correct. Don't blame him. There's been in the media a lot of anti-Semitic attacks on him, a lot of McCarthyite attacks on him, blaming him for being one of the lawyers for Jeffrey Epstein's secretary. Want to blame people? Blame me. I was Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer. If you trust me to do justice, don't attack the judge.
As the walls start to close in on Donald Trump, he and his cohorts are taking aim at the public servants involved. Welcome into TYT's Overruled. I'm legal analyst Adrienne Lawrence. Donald Trump and his trusty sidekicks appear to be engaged in unconscionable antics directed at the public servants who were involved in executing the search warrant on his Mar-a-Lago home in Florida on Monday. First, starting with Judge Bruce Reinhart. With Trump and co. denying the legitimacy of the warrant, his minions are directing their ire toward the magistrate judge, Bruce Reinhart, who signed the warrant. Per Vice News, multiple members of these toxic online communities are even posting what appears to be Judge Bruce Reinhart's home address, phone numbers, and names of his family members, alongside threats of extreme violence. The harassment has been such that the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Florida has removed the judge's name and profile from its online website, seemingly for his protection. Also, the synagogue of which he is a board member will no longer be hosting its Shabbat because of the threats that they are receiving. The anti-Semitism is off the charts here. As well, we know that even Fox News played a role.
A picture of Bruce Reinhart. This is the judge in charge of the as you know, of the warrant, and we'll see if he's going to release it next. He likes Oreos and whiskey.
That was convicted child sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell in that photo, but it wasn't a legitimate picture of the judge. Rather, his face was transposed over Jeffrey Epstein. Fox News knew better, but it just had to hype up its audience against Judge Reinhart, who was once again just doing his job. There was a time, indeed, that he represented some of Epstein's service workers before he was elevated to the federal bench, but he should not be facing any of these anti-Semitic attacks as well as threats of violence on his family, all coming from Trump followers. Next, the FBI agents involved in the search of Mar-a-Lago. After Trump learned that DOJ would ask the court to release the warrant and property list, well, the former president apparently leaked the documents, which he had in his possession the whole time. He leaked them to Breitbart. What do you think they did with them? Well, the right-wing organization published the agents' names and information for all of Trump's minions to see. When the court granted the request, it would not have published this information. And we know this in part because this was a request from DOJ, specifically seeking to redact the names of law enforcement personnel listed on the warrant for safety purposes. The court granted that request. Yet Breitbart released the information. And of course, Twitter took notice. Former federal prosecutor Renato Mariotti tweeted this. It's also worth noting that they published the names of the FBI agents, which serves no purpose other than opening them up to threats and harassment. Breitbart is also confused about what SSA means. It refers to Supervisory Special Agent, an FBI supervisor. Joseph Robertson, who's an active member of the climate issue political arena, tweeted this. Breitbart had the ability, obviously, to release information from the warrant without releasing the names of the agents. Breitbart took this action knowingly and deliberately. This strategy has been used before to target people for retribution on Trump's behalf. Trump has created an army of ignorant, violent extremists who he weaponizes in furtherance of this environment of intimidation and select lawlessness. So do you actually think that the GOP maybe will start doing something about it before they've lost all control over Trump's cult? You let me know in the comments below. Hit that like and follow button, and thanks for watching.